Dear Jesus, thank you so much for another week that's over. God, just one more and we're done. And then I'm sorry. God, I just pray that you're with us tonight as we go in your word and just help us to embrace you, God, and help us to experience your love, your Holy Spirit, God, to experience you, Jesus. Fill us with your Holy Spirit. Alright, I know this was a rough week for a lot of us, and especially those who are from Boston, Canada, that live in Boston. No, I know you're from Boston, or Texas, or even Chicago, well, flooding and stuff. But there's a story in the Bible that just fills me with hope. It fills me with like, it just when I read it, I think of how awesome Jesus is and how he can relate to all of these things that are going on like in the world, you know. And if you guys have your Bibles, please open them in the book of John. And I'm going to read it for you guys. And it's in the book of John, right after Luke, right before Acts, chapter 21. If you guys have it, you can say John 21, verse 3, alright? I'm just going to read through the story and then we'll go over it. Starting verse 3 all the way to verse 12. It says, Simon Peter said, I'm going fishing. And then all the disciples said, we'll come too. So they went out in the boat. They caught nothing all night. And then at dawn, Jesus was standing on the beach. But the disciples couldn't see who he was. And then he called out, fellows, have you caught any fish? And they said, what? No. Verse 6. Then he said, throw out your net on the right-hand side of the boat, and you'll get some. And so they did, and they couldn't haul in the net because there were so many fish in it. Then the disciple Jesus loved, who was that disciple? John. Then John said to Peter, it's the Lord. And when Simon Peter heard that it was the Lord, he put on his tunic, where he had a stripped for work, and he jumped into the water and headed to shore. Verse 8. The others stayed with the boat and pulled the loaded net to the shore. They were only about 100 yards from shore. And when they got there, they found breakfast waiting for them. Fish cooking over a charcoal fire and some bread. Bring some of the fish you've just caught, Jesus said. Simon Peter went up board and dragged the net to the shore. And there were 153 large fish, and yet the net had not torn. Finally, verse 12. Now come and have some breakfast, Jesus said. None of the disciples dared to ask him, who are you? Because they knew it was the Lord. Now, I want you to think and put yourself in the position of the disciples. All right? It's been 2 crazy weeks. The craziest weeks of your lives, probably. Started with the triumphal entry. Everyone's shouting, Hosanna, this is the king that's going to, finally restore us, and he's going to liberate us from our oppressors. And then, boom, at the end of the week, what happens? Jesus gets crucified, their Savior, their future king that was going to, finally restore them, died. And so they're all bummed. But then he resurrects, right? And he shows up to them. And this is the 3rd time that he appears to them. But before this, they didn't know where he was. They're all, kind of bummed out. And they just need to clear their heads. They're like, you know what? Was that true? What we just saw was Jesus? Can it be? And these thoughts that I'm taking out the sermon on, this kind of little devotional, I'm taking it from this book called Beautiful Outlaw by John Elbridge. I don't know if you guys have heard of it. Beautiful Outlaw. We're reading it with my church, with my book club at my church. It's beautiful. And it basically goes through the personality of Jesus. And what we see Jesus doing here here is what we see Jesus, or how we see Jesus in this chapter, in this story, is Jesus as a playful Jesus. You know, have you ever thought of Jesus as a playful Jesus? Like, he plays, like, he jokes around kind of thing? Because this is what he's doing here, alright? If you go back to the story, it says that Jesus is standing, right as the sun is coming up, Jesus is standing on the beach, right? I'm in verse 4. But the disciples could not see him. They didn't know who he was. And then he calls them out. He's like, yo, homies, right? Fellows, verse 5, he says, have you caught anything? And this is like an inside joke they had. Because it was in this same lake. It was the same place. And like, I don't know if you guys have been fishing. Anyone? Yeah. People who fish, they have like a favorite spot to go fish. They usually go to the same place. So, if you look at the story when Jesus first called them in Luke chapter 5, and I'm not going to go over it, but you can read it later, it's the same lake where he met them and when he called them, and then they left everything and they followed Jesus. This is the same spot he first found them. And Jesus comes back to the same very place, and the story repeats itself. He's like, hey, have you found anything? Back then, he said the same thing. It's kind of like an inside joke, like if I have, never mind, I'm going to say I have an inside joke with these, but I can't say it. But it's like, you see Jesus with humor here, like, and that to me is amazing because I don't want to just see a religious Jesus or a Jesus that just walks around saying, blessed are the poor in spirit, because there's the kingdom of heaven. No, like, I love the idea of a playful Jesus, because I'm kind of like that. I like playing around. I like, that's my personality. But not only that, Jesus is like, cast your net on the other side of the boat, and you will get some. So they did, and there was so many, just like the last time. And then John says to Peter, it's the Lord. And the amazing thing is that Peter, you see Peter here naked. He says he put his tunic on, and he jumped in the water. They weren't too far, and he starts swimming, and he swims to God, to Jesus. But the other disciples just stay in the boat. Knowing that it's Jesus, knowing that he's there, knowing that he resurrected this friend over there, their best friend for 3 years now, he's at the shore, and he's waiting for them. But they decide to stay where they are. And look at the detail of the story. How long do you think it took them to pull back the net into the boat? And then you read that there were how many fish? 153. Can you imagine how long it took them to count, that many bouncy fishes that they just caught? And sometimes we're like that too. We see Jesus, and he's there, he's clear, like, there's no way that's not him. So we just decide to wait till we're done with our thing, and, we make him wait. And, I don't know, like, if you think of Jesus that morning, how do you think he felt? Huh? Happy, yes. I think that he was excited to see these guys. These are his best friends, and he just saved the world. Like, literally, he just saved the world. He died and he resurrected, and he redeemed them. Now he can be friends with them again, and he's excited to see his friends. So he just shows up. He's very casual about it. You don't see a religious Jesus. If you saw a religious Jesus in the story, if Jesus would have wanted to be religious in the story, he probably would have met him at the temple or at the synagogue or somewhere for a Bible study. But what does he do? He meets them at the beach where he first found them. And he invites them to have breakfast. He's like, yo, I want you to come hang out with me. It's reminiscent. Remember that one time that I did that same thing for you guys, and you guys were all surprised? And now I did it again, and you guys still didn't come to me? And that to me is an amazing Jesus. funny about it. He's hopeful. He loves us, and he wants to spend time with us. He doesn't want you to keep you to keep us. He wants you to keep him with you. Now I know this week is going to be rough for us. We have finals and papers to write and all this good stuff that is going to take us to a better place in life. Just don't make Jesus wait. Make sure that as soon as you see him, just go to him, run to him, and embrace him. Spend time with him. He wants to. That's what he wants to do. He wants to be your friend. He wants to show you how much he can do for you. Especially around this time of the year. Because I know how overwhelming it can be for others. And I just pray and I just invite you guys to do that. Just spend quality time with Jesus. Make time for him. Just make time.